Okay, nothing happens by accident. Every people that we meet, all the incidents, all the challenges that happens to us was meant to strengthen us because we are meant for bigger challenges. We are meant to do bigger things. I know all of you will agree to that because God never wanted to harm us, but to prosper us, di ba? Yun yung promise niya. So it is up to us if we're going to answer his challenge, if we answer his call. But sometimes opportunity is right in front of us and we still cannot see it. So this story, I would like to call it as the power of one. Okay, let me refocus your attention on this by sharing with you our story. Okay, that's the Yellow Boat of Hope story. Okay, this is a story about one simple boat can impact the life of thousands. A story of how one community, from one community, can also inspire a lot of other people to work together and empower communities. About the story of how kids who used to swim or wade in water every day just to go to school can usher in a national movement wherein people would say, yes, I want to help those kids. I know a lot of you would cut school to go swimming, but not swim to go to school. So this is their story, and this has inspired a national movement. That one story also resulted or impacted to the foundation growing from just one boat to building over 5,000 boats, building 12 schools nationwide, building 5 dormitories for kids who hike for hours. When I say hours, it's like 4 hours to 6 hours one way over mountains, crossing rivers just to get to school. About building 26 adventure boats that help parents send their kids to school. And instead of becoming destroyer of the ecosystem, they become eco-warriors because we gave them another source of income. This is also about building bangkarunungan boats, wherein teachers, ALS teacher, can now go from island to island and bring education to the doorsteps. These are all because of one powerful story. And this is not limited to just one community. This has impacted 215 yellow boat communities nationwide since 2010. Okay, we have also adopted over 120 schools, public schools nationwide. So that's how the power of one can impact so many lives. So join me in this journey, okay? But let us backtrack to the story on how the Yellow Boat story started. On your screen is Joji Mar Gonzalez. He's an ordinary person who went home by boat to visit a relative in Sitio Layag-Layag in Zamboanga City. On his way to visit his relatives, he saw a bunch of floating objects. He thought they were garbage floating in the sea. But as he went nearer to the shoreline, he suddenly realized that these were not garbage. They're actually they're actually children. One hand holding up a plastic bag containing their school supplies and uniform, and the other hand swimming to go to school. So that really bothered him. But his initial reaction when he relayed the story to us, he didn't know if he was going to cry or he was going to laugh at what he saw. So it really bothered him that when he met Jay Haboneta, he relayed the story. Okay? It was just a casual conversation. Um, it so happened that Jay was in Zamboanga to be a speaker in the Mindanao Blogger Summit. He just related the story to him. He told him about having seen kids swimming to go to school. And that bothered Jay so much that when he met me lunchtime during his talk, he mentioned this to me. And my initial reaction was like, baka scam yan. Di ba? But because at this age and time, we heard about kids walking to school, crossing bridges, crossing rivers, but never swim to go to school. And I've been to almost all of the barangays in Zamboanga City as a Chuchi volunteer conducting medical missions. I have never encountered stories of kids swimming to school. So it bothered Jay so much that when he went back to Manila, he updated his Facebook status into, wow, kids swim 2 kilometers to school. And that was the age when Facebook was just starting. Back in 2010, Facebook was still starting then. But when he posted, that post went viral because the reaction of Jay and myself, nobody thought that at this point in time there would be kids swimming to school. So, what am I trying to drive at? To change the world, all we need is for one person to care. Joji Mar didn't actually lift a finger. He just told the story. But without that story, it could not have reached Jay Haboneta. Without his care can mean a lot of things. It's about relaying what you saw, telling a story. And for Jay, he just posted it. Honestly, he said when he posted it, he didn't think anything about it. He just posted it because it bothered him so much. He didn't expect the reaction. He didn't expect his post to get viral. And help just started to come in. In a week's time, we're able to raise 70,000 pesos. And again, all it took was just one person. And it created the movement, and it resulted to over 5,000 votes, 215 communities getting help. So that's the power of one person. Okay? When God sends you on a mission, He will always send you His best angels to help you along the way. So what am I driving at? Okay? Alone, you can change a life. But it's only when we work as a team or together that we make a positive impact to our world's future. And that is what this TEDx talk is all about. It's about refocusing on how, in spite of the pandemic, each and every one of us can make a positive impact. Collaboration is the key. Sometimes we get so immobilized thinking only, oh, my deed is so small, it will not matter. Just like when Joji Mar just told the story, he didn't know the impact of that. But because it was meant to happen, nothing happens by accident. It went through the chain, and now it's now a movement, and we are now helping over 50,000 kids and growing every day. So this was our operating philosophy when we started. And this is what all the Hope Padres, by the way, that's what we call our volunteers. We're guided by this philosophy. It says, the great thing a little lamb can do that the big sun cannot do is to give light at night. It shows no one is superior by size, but by purpose. If we cannot do great things, we can do small things in a great way. Little and small things can make a big difference in every child's life. Agree? So having said that, once you found your calling, once you found something you love doing, just like, just like if you want to be a filmmaker, if you want to be an educator, if you found something that you feel that you'll be happy doing, grab it and be the best that you can be, because every small deed matters. Just like what happened to these kids, from kids swimming to school to kids empowered and dreaming bigger dreams. Because when you go to a community, when all they see is darkness, every small deed matters. A flicker of hope is all they need to light up their environment. And from dreaming simple dreams, let me share you a story. In one of our outreach in the community, after we turn over the boats, we asked the kids, what's your dream in life? A lot of the kids, I would say about 70% of the kids, you know what their dream was? It's something that we all take for granted. Their dream was, I want to be able to eat chicken joy someday. Yun yung dream nila. And I'm these are 70% of the kids. Can you imagine dreaming that dream? Ganun ka babaw yung dream nila. I guess when you see nothing but darkness, it's very hard to dream bigger dreams eh. Diba? Yung dream mo nga is like worrying about where to get your meal the next day is more important than dreaming. Kung hindi mo nga alam kung saan ka kukuha ng pagkain mo the next day, how can you even think of being somebody someday? So what we did, the next time we visited, we talked to Jollibee, we were able to borrow the mascot, we gave everybody chicken joy. And just imagine the happiness the community felt when they saw Jollibee, the mascot in person, and actually able to eat chicken joy. And just to show you the generosity and the bigness of the hearts of Filipinos through the eyes of the kids, a lot of the kids would just eat half of the chicken, half of the rice. And we were asking them, why don't you eat everything? It's good while it's still fresh. They said, no, I'm going to bring this home because nanay, ate, kuya have not tasted this yet. They wanted to share this to them. So just by being in that community, we thought that we are helping them. Actually, the life lessons we get from them is bigger than what we gave them. That changed my life forever. That moment, that generosity of the kids really impacted me and the rest of the volunteers. At the end of the program, we told them, now that you've ate Jollibee Chicken Joy, now it's time for you to dream bigger dreams. So we asked them to fold paper boats and write their dream on the boat and hang it in their rooms, in their window. And suddenly they started, I want to be a teacher. I want to be a policeman. I want to be in the army. I want to do what you're doing. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a doctor. And some kids will say, I want to be the president. While one said, I want to be a barangay captain. So just imagine, from just dreaming about eating chicken joy, and now they're dreaming bigger dreams. And what did we do? All we did was to give them school boats. School boats that cost about 10,000. 10,000 that you can put in your fist, or 10,000 that you might spend in one meal in one fancy restaurant. But if you turn that 10,000 into a boat, it changed the life of kids, of a whole family, not just to provide transportation, but also to provide a source of livelihood for their parents, so that the eldest kid don't have to stay home, help with the family, and not be able to go to school because the parents are now empowered to earn on their own. So these are the things that, small things, really small things, and yet it impacted them in such a big manner. So this is, never underestimate the power of one small deed, because you'll never know how far that butterfly effect will have down the line. You know, just like smiling at a person. I know of a story wherein the smile of a person prevented someone from committing suicide because it improved her mental health. It's about positive disposition. It's about being caring. It's about being there for people. It's just about listening. You don't even have to go out of the confines of your home. But doing good and being a positive person in your community really can change life. So remember, every great story starts when someone decides to care. It's as simple as that. And only when we look after the welfare of those who have less in life, that our nation will truly progress. Hindi pwede kanya-kanya. It's not about, okay, I'll study, I'll become a doctor, and I will enrich myself, and my family will have the best life they can have. That will only probably help your family, true. But what about others? What about the others? What I've learned in my years of doing charity work is that I get more than what I give out. Instead of building higher concrete fences to protect our family, why don't we build longer tables so that more kids can have the opportunity that all of you have? Opportunity, probably not afford Xavier School, but an education, just basic education. Because if we want to rid poverty in our country, there's no shortcut. It's really through education. And because education has the power to change the life of not just the kid, but the whole family. There's no shortcut. That's why when you donate school supplies, it might just be just one pen. Again, you don't know the positive effect that one pen will have on the kid's life. So every small deed matters. And if there's one lesson I would like to share with you today, it is all of us matter. We are placed in this world for something bigger than us. And we should look beyond ourselves, look beyond our family, and start looking beyond the fence if we want our nation to progress. And that starts by becoming responsible citizen, by deserving the education that was given to you, by studying hard, deserving a government that we work hard to get elected, or deserving this nation wherein we look after those who have less in life. Again, thank you very much, Xavier School, for this honor and this wonderful opportunity. And I hope I was able to share our story and I was able to inspire you.